Hi friends, today's topic is how to video blog without using a script. And I have to work out too, so I'm gonna try to kill two birds with one stone again. This is the FLOFIX Planner. It's a tabletop time management system combined with game theory to make achieving personal goals fun, just like playing a board game. Free printable FLOFIX layouts are available on masteryourmatrix.com. All right, let's get started. Downbeat strength. Let's see what this is. All right, so there's two types of ways to make content, I believe. One would be scripted, and the second is unscripted. So with scripted content, it goes through, several producers will work on it, and it has to be approved by various executives before you're ready to go to air with it. That's probably the hardest way to make videos. My old YouTube videos, when I talked about movies, they were all scripted. I wrote like pages and pages of script, and I put the piece of paper in front of me away from the camera so you don't see it, and I'd read off the script and kind of act it out. It took forever to make those kind of videos. The other kind of video I think is unscripted, which is what you saw when I did 25 push-ups for 25 days challenge. I had no script. All I had was bullet points of what I wanted to talk about. Let's take a look at day 18. Here are my bullet points: strategy, soldier up, locus control, spinal cord injuries, 40% rule, and I have a few bookmarks. That's it, that's all I used. No script or anything. The difference between the two is the first one, you're creating content, and the second one is you're documenting your progress. It's much, much, much easier to document your progress than it is to create content. You can bust out like a video every day if you document things, but it'll take you several days or a week or even months or even years to create content. Oh my God, this is tiring. So this video is going to be about documenting and doing everything unscripted because it's so much quicker and easier to do. I like to think of video blogging as telling a story, and there's two ways to make a story flow from one idea to another. There is an action-driven story or an emotional-driven story. 158 calories. All right. Not bad. I think I'm gonna do the next exercise, cardio meltdown, but let me take a break first and talk about action-driven versus emotional-driven stories. To make it really simple, the difference between an action-driven story and an emotionally driven story. An action-driven story would be like, I went to the grocery store and then I saw Captain America, and then Captain America punched me in the stomach and I fell to the ground, and then I called the police on him, and then Iron Man came by and he kicked me in the nuts. That's a very clear sequence of events that happen one after another, right? It's action driven. One action leads to another action. An emotionally driven story would be something like, okay, I went to this music festival and it was so awesome hearing my favorite singer, and then it reminded me of that time back home when I was fishing with my friends on the lake. It was such an awesome time. So back at this music festival, we were thinking about fishing, and the singer started talking about sharks, and it was like crazy. He was rapping about sharks, and then then it reminds me when we went back to the pool and we were swimming in the pool. Okay, so one emotion leads to another emotion, leads to another emotion. When I did my grand finale of the 25 push-ups for 25 days, and I started speaking in front of the camera, I was speaking from emotion. Like I had this one emotion in my head about the pandemic, and it led to what I was doing with this planner, then led to like my drinking alcohol and all that stuff. So these emotions drove the narrative forward rather than a very specific thing happened which triggered this happened to this happened, right? So when you're trying to do a video blog, you kind of need to determine which type of story structure you're gonna go with. So in my opinion, those are two main ways to drive a story forward: action-driven or emotionally driven. So the next thing is, how do you even remember what to talk about when you have a whole bunch of things going on? Well, if it's emotionally driven, it's pretty easy. It's just, anything that's emotional is easy to understand. It's just one emotion triggers this event, which creates this emotion, which triggers this event, which creates this emotion. So that's easy. But what if you have very complex scientific subjects that you need to string together, and how do you remember that when you're talking in front of the camera without a script? Well, first of all, it really helps to bullet point what you're going to talk about But what if your bullet points are really complicated? One of my videos was about my recover drink. It involved carotenoids and creatine and milk and water, I don't know. So how do you string all that together without forgetting when you're talking in front of the camera? I've been sitting here for a while. I need a workout, man. Yeah, cardio meltdown, let's do this. So let's say you're trying to remember this sequence. Carotenoids, creatine, avocado oil, milk, oxygen, I don't know, something like that, right? So the way you do it with the Roman room is that, okay, you have a very familiar location, like maybe your home. You wake up in the morning, you go to the bathroom and you see carotenoids. And then after you go to the bathroom, you go to your kitchen and you see creatine. And then after your kitchen, you go to your car and then you see avocado oil. Then you drive to work, and at work, you see milk. You take a familiar location and you attach ideas to each location so you can remember them in sequence when you're working without a script. In my opinion, there's a better way to remember things. It's called body folders. I'll explain in a sec. So I feel like I'm better at muscle memory, physical things, more than I am at spatial memory, like Roman room. So this thing I'm gonna talk about called body folders is what I like to do the best. The sequence works like this. Start with your head, then your eyes, then your nose, then your mouth, then your ears, then your shoulders, then your hands, then your heart, then your stomach, and then your butt. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things already. You can remember 10 things, complicated things in this body folder sequence. Let's put that complex sequence together. On top of your head, first one is carotenoids, but carotenoids is hard to remember, so let's make it memorable. Instead of carotenoids sounds like shopping cart. So you're headbutting a shopping cart. Boom! Number 1, carotenoid shopping cart. You're headbutting a shopping cart. 2. 2 after your head is your eyes. What's coming out of your eyes? Next one is avocado oil. Avocado oil is dripping from your eyes. Whoa. Okay. After that, what comes out of your nose? Creatine, but creatine's too hard to remember. Creatine sounds like whipped cream. Whipped cream is squirting out your nose. Whipped cream is coming out your nose. Okay. After creatine, what's after your nose? It's your mouth. And milk. Milk is just like, bleh, you're barfing out milk, man, because you're bloated or something. You're lactose intolerant. You're burling out milk. And after your mouth is your ears. What's coming out of your ears? The last thing is water. Water, like your bleh, water's coming out like a whale or something, or 2 dolphins side by side squirting. That doesn't make sense. But you know what I'm talking about. Water's coming out of your ears. Okay. So that's the sequence. So here's the story. Your head butts the shopping cart. After that, your eyes start dripping with avocado oil. Then your nose squirts out whipped cream. And after that, you're bloated, so you barf out milk. And finally, water just squirts out of your ears. Can you remember that sequence? Head, shopping cart. Eyes, avocado oil. Nose, whipped cream. Mouth, milk. Ears, water. Okay, what's the first one? Carotenoids. The second one, avocado oil. Sixth one, creatine. Mouth, milk, water. There you go. Did you memorize that? What squirts out of your mouth? Oh, let me pause this. What squirts out of your mouth? Milk. What squirts out of your ears? Water. What squirts out of your eyes? Avocado oil. What's out of your head? Shopping cart. Carotenoids. You can remember things backwards and forwards now by using body folders. Isn't that amazing? So if you're doing your video blog and you go on a tangent maybe and you're talking about something else, but you need to go back to what you were talking about, just remember the sequence: head, eyes, nose, mouth, milk, like ears, water, like head, carotenoids, eyes, avocado oil, nose, creatine, whipped cream. That's body folders. That's how you talk without a script, man. Did you learn something today? Yeah. Oh, wow. How many calories did I burn talking and working out? Hold on. Whoa, 447 calories. Yeah. So when you're doing your video blog, sometimes you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. You're gonna stumble and mess up. So I think I'm gonna show you how to fix that on your phone, like edit out things on your cell phone. You're not alone, and I love you guys. Remember that. See you tomorrow. Or if I'm too busy tomorrow working on my FLOFIX Planner, maybe the day after that, but see you soon.